talked about this blessed old song. I love hymn histories. Don't you love to hear some of those old hymns that we've known all our lives, where they were written and how they were written and what distress and what God's people were going through. When I get to the verse of that song that you'll know so well, and I forgot all this time to tell you, anytime the Cases are singing, would you sing with us if you feel like it? I love it when you sing along. And so we'll do this medley on Where He Leads I'll Follow. And that's our prayer. I hope it's yours. Don't get discouraged now. Out of work, out of money, praise God, join the crowd. He's coming soon. He's one day closer today than he was yesterday. Where He leads I'll follow, follow all the way. Oh, where He leads I'll follow, follow Jesus every day. Where He leads me, I will follow. He often does the leading, they said, and we do the following. Their finances were tight, but they never went hungry. They finally saved enough money to buy a small piece of property on which George built a cottage. It was a fulfillment of a life's dream. They dedicated the house to God and sang the doxology. Sometime later, while George was on a ministry trip, a disgruntled thug who was offended by a message he'd preached burned down their dream home. God began to impress George with the words, "In shady green pastures, so rich and so sweet, God leads his dear children, some through the fire, some through the blood." Years later, Dr. Haldor Lillenis, who was a Nazarene preacher and a great songster, famous songwriter, he decided he wanted to track down George's widow. He drove to Kansas, and he was shocked to find her in the county poor farm. When he found her, she commented, "I sure miss my husband, but God led me here. I'm so glad he did, for you know about every month someone comes into this place to spend the rest of their days. And Mr. Lillenis, so many of them don't know my Jesus. I'm having the time of my life introducing them to him. Isn't he wonderful?" That ought to make you never sing that song. The same again as long as you live. In shady green pastures, so rich and so sweet, God leads his dear children along. Through the finish it or not. Listen to this. Lead me gently home, Father. Lead me gently home. When life's trials are ended and parting days have come. I'm waiting for this day, Brother Mark. Sin no more shall tempt me. Ne'er from thee I roam. If thou only lead me, Father, lead me gently home. Oh, lead me gently home, Father. Lead me gently home, Father. Lest I fall upon the wayside, lead me gently home. Where he leads our Father, oh, follow the way. If you hear old Brother Keith run off the side of a cliff somewhere and died, don't believe a word of it. I just started to live. Amen.